Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. It's that time again where I bring you my tips, facts, or experience that you may or may not find helpful. Happy Hallow's End! The Warcraft version of Halloween is in full swing, and with it comes all kinds of goodies. From collecting toys to doing weird achievements and even trying to get that sweet horseman mount. In addition to that, you can get a bit of an easy XP boost on low-level characters, so let's look at how you do that. To get started, there's a bonus experience buff that you'll want to pick up. To get this, you'll want to go to the front gates of Stormwind and use the bonfire in front of the Wickermen there as Alliance, or go to Undercity and click on the ash piles in front of the Wickermen as Horde. This buff gives a 10% XP increase for 2 hours, and actually affects Rep 2, so that's cool. Now, if you're going to do this alone and don't have friends, I recommend doing this on at least level 30 so you can fly. Why? Well, because we're going trick-or-treating! All of those little candy buckets strewn wildly across many of the zones in WoW, you're going to be collecting almost every one of those. And the best part is you can use that candy as currency to buy the things that you may not have, much like the Hallow's End Hearthstone or the Horsebutt toy. I've found one of the best ways to track where all these candy buckets are, because trust me, there's a lot, is by grabbing the Handy Notes add-on and the Handy Notes Hallow's End edition. This will mark where all of them are across all of the zones in the game that have them. So, after doing this myself, let's look at some results so you can decide if this is worth your time. I did this on a level 50 and a level 10, and that 10 got flown around by the 50, so if you're a solo player, either use a second account, or open a friend, or just make sure you're level 30 or higher. The best part about this year's Hallow's End is that we do still have the Winds of Wisdom buff that grants us 50% increased XP until pre-patch arrives. So that is going to make the easy candy bucket XP that much more tasty. I happen to have last year's XP results on hand, so you'll know approximately what to expect, but just remember, you'll be getting even more than this. So, the results. On the level 50, I went from 50.25 to 52.9. The level 10 went from 10.0 to 26.7. Those are levels, of course, and it took the two of us about 3.5 hours to do everything, but it could have been faster, thanks to some phasing issues we had with Hyjal and a couple other zones. Now that sounds long, but believe me when I say there is a ghoulish amount of candy buckets, like multiple per zone. The only ones we didn't get are the ones in Vashj'ir and Deepholm, one of the Kunlai in Pandaria, since it's locked behind quests, and the Draenor one due to needing the rank 3 garrison. So, with all that said, we got about 300-ish tricky treats, which is enough to buy 2 toys or 2 pets, since most of them cost about 150. And of course, if we're talking XP, you can do the dungeon as well, but it doesn't give much in the way of XP or currency, and that's just for gambling on that rad horseman mount, I think. And there we have it. If you think I've missed information or you want to request I do a specific guide, let me know in the comments below. Even if I don't answer you, I just might add your idea to my list. As always, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's never too latte.